Bracket area traffic. Bracket area traffic TV5 just crossing the 71 here eastbound. Be working southeast quadrant of the airspace. And good evening, folks, on KTLA.com, Facebook Live. You're looking at a second alarm structure fire here in Pomona. It's at 1315 East 3rd. And I understand the name of the building might be Flora Craft. We'll confirm it once we get here, but you can see a lot of fire throughout here. We'll have to check to see exactly what we got burning, but it's putting up quite a column of smoke. It looks like there's some tanks there off to the left. And it's calling a large outside fire extending into those silos and some trucks as well. So keeping an eye on it here as we roll in. Couple explosions we're hearing. Nothing hazmat placard on the building, according to the fire department. So right now it's a massive fire here, really putting up a lot of smoke, a lot of big flames here. Not really sure exactly what the business here does, but as we get a little closer, we'll start working on trying to figure out what that is. But right now, as they said, it's a outdoor fire that's working its way over to these silos here, so I'm not sure what's in these silos. Well, I'm going to make an orbit around this fire, take a look at it. This started just after 9 o'clock when second alarm at 9:40, LA County Fire on scene here. You see just how big those flames are and how much is burning there. There's apparently some trucks out there as well. So kind of keep an eye on it here as I come in. I want to stay on this side because the smoke is really laying over to the east, so I don't want to fly through this smoke because I have no idea what's in it. All right. You can see right now how involved this is. And, you know, it's almost looking like, yeah, they say an outside fire, but there looks like there's windows right there. So right now it's a pretty large involvement here. LA County Fire on scene here, bringing in the ladder pipes as they kind of shoot over the top. They're going to try to keep the exposures from on the area. See firefighters in hose lines trying to come in off the south entrance of this work-it, and it looks like, man, it is really, really going down there. Let me get turned around here for you, Colton. And kind of keep an eye on what we have. I really can't. Working their way in with the hand lines right now, and I can see a hose ladder pipe going up as well, but it looks like they're doing a ground attack here, just kind of working the contents that are burning here on the ground, but it is really got this one side going pretty good. It does look like it might have been a tilt-up or actually a metal-clad building here that just went away. And nothing left of the building, and so you can see trucks inside there. They're reporting small explosions, so that could be the tires on the truck going off or propane tanks in there, but it looks like there's a lot of stuff on the outside here that's burning. You can see the power pole above, well, so they got to worry about wires coming down. So what a big fire here we have. As I said, 1315 East 3rd Street, 1315 East 3rd Street here in Pomona, and it was called Flora Craft. It was the name that we're getting on this building. Went second alarm just after 9:40. Yeah, you can see how much fire load they have here. And luckily there's not really any exposures. We are only on scene. We're the only one on scene for the next 4 minutes. And as you can see right now, as the fire is burning towards the railroad tracks here on the backside, so good exposure clearance there, and doing whatever they can to keep it at bay. But they got to be careful of that power pole that's burning there, because they could drop lines down. So kind of working my way over here to the west side. You can see the hose lines going through, and yeah. And Bracket Traffic TV5 working the southeast quadrant here at 1900. And so you can see right now the county fire still in there with the hose lines, making pretty good progress here on the south side, but they sure have a lot of fire here on the north side. You see the hose lines coming through the fire, and now they're bringing up the ladder pipe right there, the one that they call it master stream, and so it'll start putting down a pretty good load of water. Right now he's just in a fog setting right now, getting water on top of the building next to it to make sure they can keep that exposure from going, and then he can go to a full stream here in a bit. Let us, as we continue on here, working the fire around here, you can see the firefighters with the hand lines in there working their way in. And it's kind of burning its way back to the north. There's some large silos back here. Not sure if those are silos for like sawdust or things of that sort. You know, they use it to where they try to capture it, but unknown what's in there. They did say that they were not placarded, which means there's no known hazardous chemicals in them. Well, then again, you never know. With some of the businesses out here, you might end up having a problem like that. So right now you can see the hose lines going through, and they're keeping an eye on the buildings across the railroad tracks as well. But man, it's really burning pretty good here on the north side. But they're making good progress. You see it kind of going away there on the south side as they advance in with the guys with the hand lines working their way in, shooting water through up close, and then using the larger lines to lob it over into the main fire. But you'll get a truck on fire in there, as well as some tanks going. And then, like I said, the fire department was saying there was some small explosions going on. So that, like I said, it could be propane tanks or the tires on that van that was going. But here in Pomona, you only see this on KTLA.com and KTLA Facebook Live. Okay. I swear you try to figure out, okay, never mind. Say that again. Yeah. No, oh, I know that. TV5 bracket area traffic working in the southeast quadrant, 2,200 on station. You see right there, poles burning. Roger. No, we're watching flames. Anyway, so we're kind of watching the area here. As you can see, it's burning still on the north side. We've got a lot of assets down here working all the way around it. And as you can tell, it really has a lot of area still burning here. If you could tell us where the victim is, we'll go find it. All right. Well, we're staying on the flames. Anyway, so we're kind of keeping an eye on here. See that big master stream coming through, and it'll be redirected by the IC to bring it around and get it into the fire here. But yeah, they're making good progress on this fire. As we watch LA County Fire doing a great job here knocking this fire down pretty quickly, keeping it from spreading. But you can see those tanks are starting to, structure around the tank starting to light off a little bit here. Listen for that. I got that medic coming in. I'll keep an eye on him. Okay. I have no idea. As you're just joining us here on KTLA.com and Facebook Live, you're watching a fire here at 1315 East 3rd Street, Pomona. They're calling it an outdoor fire with also a vehicle involved, as well as some poles in the back. There was a power pole that was involved as well. And you can see that it is burned way back. When we first came on scene, it was completely in flames. You can see there, it looks like there may have been a metal-clad building here that has burned completely away. You can see the window frames right there. And there comes that master stream from the ladder pipe working its way over the top, trying to get to the main load of that fire. So I'm going to move around a little bit here, see if we can see anything on the other side as the firefight goes on. Is that power lines arcing, or is that flash? Okay, that's why I just keep seeing a flash. Okay, Brendan, I got you coming in here. All right, I'll park it over south. All right. Three minutes to be, okay. Scanner's off. What? No, 9 just showed up. And for info, 9 just showed up. Okay. 9 just showed up. I was the only one here up to this point. Say what? Did come out a little bit. There you go. And we're getting ready to go live here on the News at 10. Stand by. 5's going to be off 02. Yeah, you're seeing this large fire here at 1315 East 3rd Street here in Pomona. Started off just about 9:20 and then went second alarm with LA County Fire around 9:40. They had a complete building here burnt to the ground. Basically looks like an iron or a metal-clad building that is burned away, but down in that fire is a delivery truck as well as some propane tanks that have been going off as well. They've heard small explosions in this fire. So right now the firefighters are in there with hand lines trying to knock it down. It was a massive fire when we came on scene here, first on scene here in Sky 5 as the firefighters were making entry, and they've made a good progress working from the south end of this fire, working it to the north. As we look right there, there's the firefighters coming in with the hand lines, and then they also have one of those large ladder pipes working with the master stream shooting over the top, trying to put water into the fire, but it looks like they may have shut that one down. Yeah, there's two up, and they've shut both of them down. Now they have one that just came on to the north. They're trying to protect these silos that are here on the north end of the building. They're not sure what is in those silos. They did report that there were no hazardous placards on the building, but they always go with a caution because they have no idea what may be in that. But you can see the fire is still raging right next to those tanks, and that's their main concern right now. But firefighters really working hard here, dealing with the congestion and all the elements in that area. They're calling it an outdoor fire, but you can see where a building used to be when this thing just burned completely away. And right now, looks like they're still fighting and a good battle going on, but a lot less fire than what we saw just about 20 minutes ago when we arrived on scene. But LA County Fire out here in Pomona doing a great job. So we'll keep an eye on this, bring you the latest as it becomes available. Let me send it back down to you. Yeah, exactly. And they said they've had minor explosions in there now. Unknown if the propane tanks or vehicle tires going off, but you can see right here on the left-hand side of the screen a lot of black smoke and very orange flames, which kind of tells you it possibly is a petroleum-based type fire. So really intense flames there roaring up out of there, and you can see what's left of the building just melted away. And we're looking down here. We only saw one delivery type van down in there, and it's burned completely away. Can't even see it anymore. Not seeing a lot of the U-Haul trucks as you would think in a U-Haul storage lot, but man, there's just a lot of items down there on fire. Like I said, it melted away the structure that was around it, and they're just dealing with some pretty good flame lengths over here on the north end. But right there, you see them trying to put the water in there. They can't get in too much deeper than they are right now, so they're having to lob that water over the top to get into it. So very stubborn fire for them, and they're going to have a lot of work on their hands trying to figure this out. But right there on the left-hand side of the screen as we come back in, you see those very orange flames and that black smoke just climbing into the air, which shows that there's a lot of fuel down there yet to be burned. All right, 5's back. All right. U-Haul truck's next door. Hey, Matt, the U-Haul station's right here, next door. Well, okay. Well, they may be just using the first address they see, which would be the U-Haul, and I don't know what the address behind here was, but not completely convinced this is a U-Haul lot. Well, that would make sense on why it's so black smoke coming out of here. All right. Got you there, Dirk. Well, thank you. You can see the LA County Fire still working at putting streams in on this fire in the back here, but we're hearing different reports of possibly some type of plastic progress or processing place. Unknown exactly what the business is, but there's sure a lot of fuel and thing here in the back that's making those very orange flames and black smoke coming up. So kind of gives you a petroleum type base. See right there, something just flaring off right there like it just got into some kind of source. You see it really flaring, so it's some type of petroleum base right there. Yeah, that's actually coming out with some force. Yeah. You can see right there, whatever that is just breached, and it's really pumping out a lot of fire. And so I don't know if it gets to another source down in here, what could happen. Now you're seeing it flaring out to the left there too. So I'm not really sure exactly what's stored down here, but it's looks like it's burning through and getting into whatever is stored here. Then it flares off. So now that large volume of fire just kicked off a little bit to the left of the first one we saw. So kind of listening in on the scanner here to the incident commander, trying to figure out exactly what's going on, but they're trying to work their way in with those hand lines. They just asked their hazmat crews to start testing the runoff to see what possibly may be in that runoff. And so it's one of the procedures they do to make sure that they're not letting hazardous materials run down into the storm drains. But now you see on the left-hand side it's kind of gone down, but that main place right there is really pumping out a lot of fire. But it is significantly less than what it was when we first came on scene. The whole yard was on fire, as you see right here. This whole square was completely blazing away, but they've forced it back into this corner, and it looks like they're just trying their best to get those master streams. And also talking that they're not getting a good water supply here, and they're asking the water company to up the pressure so they can get a little more volume of water on this. All right. Wow, it's really kind of come out of there again. So. I'm backing up. That's where you're getting at. Giving myself a little room in case whatever it is in there lets go. All right. Wow. Big old jet going right on top of me. Who? No. No. I got to move because that's going to come down and get us. Where'd he go? The north? I got it. There you see now they have finally got pretty good streams on this area back here, and they're starting to knock it down, and the guys on the lines inside there are now working their way up to it. Oh, too, buddy. All right, they're calling knockdown on this thing here, Matt. You want us to head over to the 5791? I couldn't hear any of that. Let me. Okay. Braggary traffic TB5 departing out to the south, 1800.